What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be starting something that I've had for quite a while and I just haven't put any time into. It was going to be a winter project and it's going to be this winter's project. Last winter the Subaru got stripped and painted, so that kind of took up, you know, time, finances, and everything. So it kind of pushed this other car into the dark, and that car sat for over a year. I really wish I got to start it sooner because, you know, it's a super cool car and I don't want it to get abused. But the Subaru was much worth the effort and I'm so happy with how that car turned out. If you guys want to see that whole process and, you know, see the color change and all the work that went into it, there's more videos on my channel. I'll throw some links down in the description if you want to go check them out. Today is not going to be a lot of work, but I'm at least going to get this car started. So if you did see the video probably over a year now, I posted I have a 1985 Toyota Supra, and unfortunately it's not a Mark V. It's nothing ridiculous like a Mark IV. It is a Mark II. Like I said, 1985. It's actually a quite uncommon car. I don't really see too many videos being made about them. I really like them, and I'm finally gonna start working on this car. So a little backstory on it. It was my grandfather's. He daily drove this car for like 25, maybe even 30 years. And he just got too old to drive a stick shift anymore. So he knows I'm obviously into cars and was like, hey, do you want this car? And I was like, yeah, I kinda do. And so he handed it down to me in hopes that I would fix a lot of the, you know, cosmetic issues that it had. Surprisingly, for an 85, it has almost no mechanical issues. It has a few little ones, but it's 35 years old. What do you expect? This is the current state of the 85 Supra. I'm gonna do a quick little walk around of the things that are really that need fixed, and you probably already see one right here. The gas cap and gas door are a pretty common issue and unfortunately a pretty noticeable one. So this is pretty high on the priority list. The door doesn't even stay shut, so that sucks. This is the kind of stuff I'm dealing with all over the car, like just little rust like that. It's on the hatch, it's down under the hatch. Like some of the interior's a little torn up, and like this door handle's all floppy, so you have to hold the frame and unlock it like that. But I mean, the interior is pretty clean overall. It could be detailed and look a lot better. But you have stuff like this that was like previously repaired and not repaired very well. So you have rust and things like that on the door. Like this trim is coming up. The moonroof is gonna be a real pain because it's all on the edge here, and there's that corner is the worst corner. The hood's pretty good. I don't think there's actually anything crazy wrong with the hood. Like the rest of the body is pretty solid. Trying to think of any other big issues that are gonna be potential problems. Like you can see under here, I'm pretty worried to look at some of this stuff. Yeah, that's about the worst of it, other than this right here. Now, surprisingly, this still works and it will go down and come back up like it should, which is pretty insane. The weather strip, this trim for the windows is pretty bad. It's a very common problem amongst these cars, and it's really hard to find. So the goals for the car, really, I want everything cosmetically to look very good. And I don't really want to do a whole respray like I did on the Subaru because that's a ton of money. There is gonna be some body work that I'm gonna do here, and I don't know about paint. Paint is gonna be the hardest thing for me because I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to match OEM quality paint. Other than that, modifications, I definitely feel that once I dive into the suspension components, it's gonna be in bad condition, and rather than try to source OEM parts, you know, if the struts are bad, we'll just do coilovers. If lower control arms are bad, we'll just do aftermarket lower control arms. They're gonna be easier to get and they're gonna be a better quality. So I definitely want this car to be low, but definitely want it to just be super solid when you drive it, and at least be able to take my grandfather out in this car while it's solid and looks a lot better. So, like I said, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jack the car up. I'm gonna crack the lugs loose, and then I'm gonna jack the car up, put it on all 4 jack stands, and then that's where this car is probably gonna sit for who knows how long. Really, how much time and effort and money I wanna put into this car and how much it's gonna need. Let's go ahead and jump right into it, see what we find. So it might seem kind of dumb, but this car has the original manual, literally how to do everything you need to do in this car. And I just wanted to make sure that where I'm jacking it up is right, especially with a car this old and things could be rigid. It's definitely, I feel a lot more confident with jacking it up where it says to jack it up at. This guy right here, which is the center of your cross member to go ahead and put the safety stand. It's gonna be sitting for a while, and sitting on this just doesn't sit as well with me. This, if they want you to actually put the weight on the car to jack it up there, it's fine to leave it on the jack stand. But I just wanted to make sure where I'm putting it is gonna be a solid position. This suspension travel is unreal because I'm barely off the ground in the front, and there's like, I mean, it's absurd how much this wheel travels. All right, so wheels are off. They're right here. I'm gonna just put them under the car. Everything's jacked up. I popped the hood again, and hooked the battery tender back up. Like I said, I really just wanted to see what we're dealing with. Let me grab a light. For being 30 years old, yeah, it's got some rust on it, but realistically, it's not that bad for being this old. Like I showed you all the imperfections on the outside. It's not too bad. I've seen rust like this on cars that are much newer. It's definitely gonna be a lot of work, but I feel like it's gonna be worth it. I mean, like, you don't even have, like, there's not even rust here. But I mean, it's just all surface stuff. It's really not that bad. So that's cool. It's definitely gonna be a really fun project. The engine bay also needs some love. It's really just dirty, and there's just like a lot of stuff that has, you know, like that's rusty, but at the end of the day, I'll take that and running than something that looks nice that doesn't run. Because I'm not one to pop the hood on any car, just because that's never been my main focus. Honestly, it's pretty good. I just need to get the cosmetic stuff all fixed up. I know that this video wasn't anything like ridiculous of me diving in or anything. This car is gonna need parts. That's the only thing. When you go to do the coilovers, or if you go to do the lower control arms, they're from a really good company. And I've just heard I think it's Techno Toy Tuning is the place to go for Supra parts. I looked at their website. They have everything you need to work on this car and install coils and do lower control arms and pretty much everything that you need to get this car feeling really good. Gonna definitely hit them up for some parts when I'm at that point. I just really wanted to see where I am, because if there was something that was a huge issue right off the bat, I'd like to know about it and prep for it, rather than go in thinking I'm ready to like start working on it and there'd be a huge problem with the car. Luckily, we did not find anything like that. So I'm really excited to get started. Like I said, I know it wasn't anything crazy and probably just a lot of me talking. Really excited to get working on this car, and I hope you guys are excited to see it too. I don't know of many Mark II Supras on YouTube that have a build series, and unlike my Subaru where I didn't start filming right when I started working on it, I want this car to be start to finish, and I really want that so I can look back on to look like where it is right now and how it's and hopefully in a couple years, or you know, a year or two, look back with it in a totally different state or just looking a lot better. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Really excited, and I hope you guys are too. So if you liked the video and want to stay up to date with the Supra, please consider subscribing. It'd mean the world. And if you like the video, comment down below what you suggest, what you want to see, tips, things to look out for with these cars, anything that could be useful. I'd love to hear it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, have an awesome day.